What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Mission Infect album, Armageddon. Dropped, surprisingly, during the Mission Infect house party. Everyone that attended the house party got to hear it first. It then came out on streaming the following Friday, which was March 8th. It was also available for a physical order. I didn't pick it up. Eventually, someday, my plan and my goal is to pick up all of the Mission Infect albums. I have a really cool unboxing video kind of in mind, courtesy of Megs. She kind of mentioned an idea she had for it, and I'm like, that's awesome. And I think that'd be really cool. That's going to be a someday thing, but I figured with this being the most recent Mission Infect album that came out, we need to do a review for it. Originally, my plan was to review all of the albums and drop all of the reviews during Mission Infect weekend. But, you know, life happens. Sometimes motivation isn't quite always there and you don't do the videos you want to. So that didn't really happen. But I guarantee you they'll probably do a Mission Infect weekend in the future. And I can always make it up then. But wanted to talk about the brand new Mission Infect album because A, it's brand new. B, it's fucking Mission Infect. And 3, it's a great fucking album. So, like I said, it is available on streaming right now. You can head over to shadowlandshop.com right now and pick up a physical CD still to this day. Or you can head over to, scratch that last bit. I actually don't even know if it's on listen to lowkey.com yet or missioninfect.com. But anyway, you can go check it out on streaming if you have them. I think it might even be on YouTube now. But this album is great. Mission Infect never fucking misses. All of their albums that they've put out, I think, are really great. And this album here is kind of like a sweet little sampler to give you a taste of that old Mission Infect, kind of show you what everybody that's part of Mission Infect can do. I know some of the members of it aren't exactly active, I don't think, as they used to. I know, obviously, if you're familiar with the super famous Funtime guys, you know of Dubs. They released a statement back when their new album came out that he's kind of taking a sabbatical. He's kind of stepping away from music. So hearing Dubs on this album was a complete surprise. Granted, it is just for one verse, but yeah, it was definitely a sweet surprise to see that Dubs was on this album. Most of who I feel is the most active had multiple verses on multiple songs. That would include Mad Max, obviously Low Key, Gruesome, who's been fucking killing it for a few years now. I just got hip to him like 2 years ago, and Gruesome's been killing it. He's been dropping EPs left and right. Even came out with a full-length album last year with collaborative with Jimmy Don. It was kind of like Jimmy Don did the producer roles. Gruesome did obviously all of the rapping. So Gruesome's been staying hella active. Did I mention Mad Max already? If I didn't, he just dropped Kaleidoscope, a brand new album back last August, last September, somewhere in that time frame, which a review I did film, but when I filmed it, I was scatterbrained like crazy. Didn't come correct with everything I wanted to say and ended up scrapping that review. There is still plans to potentially still do that review because I think it's really great, and I think Mad Max deserves his flowers on that. Same way with Stray. I did a Cloudy Alibi as well. But so Mad Max, Low Key, Gruesome being, I think, predominantly the most active and still putting out albums. I'm probably incorrect on some of that. I haven't fully dove into all of the other members of Mission Infect. Those are the big ones that are on my radar. Bad Luck's on my radar simply because he does the Zargorg show, and I know there's been teasing in his little show for him to do more albums as well. And I carry that sentiment now because he definitely was, he was somebody who stood out a lot in this project. So jumping into the track list, it's Pathogen, Guns Up, Old Man Flow, Load 'Em Up, Get Your Mask On, Fire Back, and Welcome Home. Like I said, a short kind of album. It's 7 tracks. Runtime, I think, is right around 25 minutes. So it's a nice, short and sweet kind of little sampler of everybody that's part of Infect, or was part of Infect. It has all the original members minus Tone Z, which the last 3 albums that came out back in 2017 did not have Tone Z as well. So as of the current roster, everyone kind of reprised their positions and came and had at least a verse on this little EP. Absolutely great energy from everybody. My 3 favorite songs And this was tough because they're all really good. But my 3 favorite tracks are Guns Up, Load 'Em Up, and Get Your Mask On. Again, tough to pick those 3 because solid fucking album. Solid fucking album. Again, it's only 7 tracks, which is why I'm only giving you the top 3. With my absolute favorite being Load 'Em Up. That chorus, that song, the energy of it, holy fuck. On this one, Mad Max definitely had probably my favorite verse. The way that his starts, he's kind of rapping slower, and then as he goes on, he starts to increase it. He starts to increase it. And visually in my mind, it's like he's walking. He starts to pick up a faster pace, and then he just starts fucking jogging. If you've heard the song, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't listened to this, go check out that song in particular. And tell me if you disagree with that statement.
They bring the ruckus, they play us, they love us, and the haters, they always duck us. They ladies wanna fuck us. There ain't no rappers in the underground today that can touch us. You should be grateful we paved the way, you little motherfuckers. We back in town, fuck around, we get to racking rounds. I'll be there before I'm backing down. So if you want static, I'm bad at motherfucker, match is down. I got work for the low, come get it. With a bad bitch while y'all on Reddit. Better believe it that I can find a weapon. I got my ears to the street like a bastard hound. I ain't thugging, homie, I'm just jugging, homie.
But the way that he executed his verse, I was like, man, I love this. I vibed with it so really well. And again, I think I'm still kind of riding off the high of Kaleidoscope a little bit on that one, because Mad Max fucking killed it on that album as well. I really need to do that review. Some of the other songs that aren't my favorites that I want to talk about, mainly the biggest one is Old Man Flow. If you've listened to Super Famous Fun Time, guys, you recognize that beat immediately. It's the song off of I'll Tell You When I Want to Laugh by Laughing. The beat from My Friends Can Beat Up Your Friends. And let me just tell you this. If there's somebody out there who knows how to produce, knows how to like remix, I want somebody to take these 2 songs and mash them up. You could probably just drop the chorus off of each song and then sprinkle it in, maybe have it start with Billy Obey's verse, then go Gruesome, then go 8 Legs, then go Low Key, then go SON, then go Joey Black, and then go, who was the other one on this one, on Old Man Flow? Bad Luck, then have Bad Luck go, then have Lee Carver, then have Whipstick. I think a mashup like that of all of them together fucking killing it on this beat would be fucking amazing. And one of the biggest reasons why I say that is the fact that Super Famous Fun Time, guys, they exist because of Low Key. Whipstick was Low Key's hype man. 8 Legs did artwork for Low Key. They met because of working with Low Key. Mad Max was how they came up with their name, Super Famous Fun Time, guys. At Gathering 17, Mad Max looked at Whipstick and 8 Legs both and said, because of you guys made the Gathering a super fun time. That's how they came up with their name. So, you know, I think having them all together on that beat would be something amazing. So if you know how to do that kind of remixing, hit me up, because I would love to hear that as a mashup. So, yeah, that was definitely something that really stood out. And another thing that I want to talk about with Get Your Mask On and why it's my favorite is Bad Luck's verse. And this, again, this is what made me feel like Bad Luck. I want to hear him put out an album. In his verse, he kind of addresses the state of the Juggalo community and how a lot of people are doing rap now. He has a line on there. He says, even your chick raps now. Everybody can spit.
You're the cause of this awful market. Called yourself an artist, paper paws, the dog shit. Raw dog, you squat until they called it awesome. You reach around rappers, they default in coffins. It's still making me sick. 20 years in this shit, and every day it's getting worse every time that I click. Even your chick raps now. Anybody can spit. You need to get up off the mic and collab on a dish shit. Fuck happened in my scene, surrounded by offbeat trap bitches and dope fiends. You think you can rap? Then show me. Wrap them big lips around this dick and blow me. Man.
It's honestly something that I felt. It feels like everyone's trying to do rapping, and that's, I mean, it's fine, but they're all doing the same kind. And so I think this album for me and a lot of the energy they brought was kind of like a saving grace, if you will. It's kind of like, and in a time where we're all hearing the same thing, here's this, and it's different, it's unique, it's something more probably familiar to you. And it was that little cherry in a fucking sea of ice cream. That's a weird comparison. I don't know why I always bring it to food. But that's like, you know, there's this ocean of all the same stuff, and here's this little cherry of, you know, something different. Which, granted, long live evil. They're not really doing the trap stuff. There's a lot of artists that they work with, like Keegan Grimm and Stray. You know, they're not really doing trap stuff, but a lot of the juggalos that really only they only fuck with Psychopathic records. It's like the style of music they're doing right now, and even a little bit from Psychopathic, it's like a trap style. So, I don't know, I really felt Bad Luck's verse on Get Your Mask On, you know, just talking about how the scene is different. And you really hear that referenced a lot throughout the album. I think even Loke's verse on Get Your Mask On kind of talks about the scene, it being the same for a while now, you know, and that's what I think this album brought energy-wise, is something super familiar that we all know and love. And it's like just a blast from the past, if you will. And this album provided that perfect sampler of the talent that these guys have. And I absolutely fucking love it. Again, if you have not listened to Armageddon from Mission Infect, you can head over to any of your streaming services that you use. It is available there now. I think it's on YouTube. I don't know yet if it's on listentolowkey.com. Usually he has all of his albums on there. You can listen to them for free. And then you can head over to shadowlandshop.com to pick it up on CD if you really love the album. Or go buy some merch of some kind to support them in some way. Or just share the album with someone you think might like it. That's all that you really need to do to help support an artist. And that's really all they ever expect from you. You know, they appreciate the fans just doing that. So if you have heard the album, tell me down below what you thought about it. What are your favorite songs? And if you didn't like the album, tell me down below what you didn't like about it. But remember to be respectful. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.